I've been very vocal many times about the terminology eco. I don't like it. I think it's wrong. I think what we should talk about is new technologies. Technology moves ahead. There's a lot of research and development, a lot of investment in research and development. So we do see new technologies. They will provide economies to vessels and to their operators. And I think that we should embrace new technologies going forward. But I think it would also be wrong to term them eco ships. What happens in 5 years from now? Is it a super eco ship? And then 10 years from now, it's non-eco ship? It's just that life goes on, technology moves ahead, and yes, new technologies are here to stay. I think one of the problems we have is that we are over-regulating ourselves and we are depending on regulation to help us from our pitfalls. That's not the way to do it. What we need to do is educate, create expertise, create experience, and hands-on knowledge and know-how. It doesn't matter if regulations say one thing or the other. What we want is good results, and that does not come with regulation. It comes with self-knowledge, self-improvement, and expertise and excellence in the industry. And I think that's something that the Greeks have always had at heart, and we can move on like this. Firstly, we need to improve our own education and our own know-how. What we do need to do is we have centralized regulation. The IMO is the right place to regulate. We don't need regional regulation and we don't need fragmented regulation. So we would like the European Union and all nations to follow the IMO in regulation, and that's the place where we can regulate. And we also need to have one, if you want, common manner and common way of enforcing rules and regulations. It does not help to have strict enforcement in Australia and soft enforcement in Greece, or vice versa. We need equal enforcement everywhere, but it all has to be coordinated through the IMO and then from the IMO to the local level. But as I said earlier, not over-regulation, not regulating for the sake of regulating. We need to regulate for the sake of ensuring that what we do right continues to be done right. I think the motivation of Title IV of MLC is correct. I also think it's a bit too early to say. I think that it created or it gave an opportunity for enforcement in the first few months which was misguided. And I also think that it can be misused as a tool of leverage from various stakeholders in the industry for the wrong reason. That does not mean that it's wrong. What it means is that we have to make sure that it's implemented and followed correctly, that it's checked correctly, and that it's not used for the wrong reasons as a tool, mostly by those having grievances and grudges. Hopefully the main message is that Greece is here to stay, that the Greek economy is recovering, that shipping is an important, if not the most important factor of Greek GDP. We continue to provide jobs, we continue to provide investment, we are here by choice, and we want to be a focal point of global shipping. We are the most global business of all, and Greeks excel in that, so let's take that away from Posidonia.